Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all are doing great. So I came across a video where she was talking about American Dream and how people that look like me are being treated and all that. Now, sometimes I feel like American Dream is just like a slogan or something people just say, though some people might be experiencing the American Dreams, right? But it's not for people that look like me. That is the people that built this country. So sometimes I am like, how come the people that built this country are not being treated nicely? But the people that migrated to that country are being treated fair than the people. It's just a question that is sometimes very hard for me to wrap around my head, but it's something that I would just keep aside, right? Now let's get this straight. I saw a video where they were talking about how Black people really need to come back home to Africa so that, for unity and all that. I know unity is a must. But there is something that I am saying. Some people might like it, but some people might not like it. I am of the opinion that my people will come back. That is when they are ready to come back. That is when they are ready, right? Then another one is, I am also of the opinion that my people cannot run away from their own land because they are in their own land. You cannot build somewhere for somebody and want to run away from what you built, your sweat, your blood, and everything in it. It's not possible. They will come home when they feel like coming home, but the United States is also their home too. Let's get into this video.
Let's talk about who the American dream was never meant for. From the start, the American dream was a myth. In the 1930s, the US government literally drew lines around primarily Black neighborhoods in order to deny them loans, a process today known as redlining. Not only was this harmful because it kept Black Americans out of homes, but it also denied them access to generational wealth. Meanwhile, throughout the 20th century, Black workers and immigrants were exploited in factories, in mines, and in fields, while the rich got even richer. Not to mention union busting and wage theft kept families in poverty for decades, and we can even see those effects today. It's not that the American dream is broken, it's that it is a myth for the majority of people. It was meant for white middle-class people who had the resources to try to elevate themselves to the top 1%. So by supporting billionaires like Elon Musk or like Mark Zuckerberg, you are supporting a system that actively hurts minorities as well as the everyday people just like you. It's time for us to rebuild a system that is truly fair and equitable for everybody. Peace and love.
Have you ever looked around and asked yourself why this country, this so-called land of the free, feels more like a prison with a flag on it? Why everything's getting worse no matter who the hell is in charge? Two parties, same result. We suffer, they cash out. One throws Bibles and guns at your face while they cut your benefits. The other paints bombs and rainbow collars and calls it progress. They argue on TV while shaking hands behind closed doors, all the while laughing at us, starving us, locking us up, killing us while we beg for scraps. You think this is new? Hell no, it ain't. This has always been the game. Every time people fight back, really fight back. Not vote, not beg, not tweet, but organize, revolt, strike. They're demonized, jailed, or dead. That's not an accident. That is America. The abolitionists, they were called radicals, terrorists. Most white folks in this country didn't even want slavery to end. They profited from it. It was Black folks escaping bondage and white comrades burning down laws and risking the noose that pushed the needle. Not the politicians, not the courts, the people. And what changed? Slavery just got renamed. It's called prison now. Legalized slavery under the 13th Amendment. And both parties are just fine with that. Biden wrote the damn crime bill. Trump expanded ICE. Who's the good guy? Neither. MLK, y'all love to quote the dream, but ignore how he died. The FBI tried to push him into suicide. He had a 30% approval rating when he was murdered. He was marching against capitalism and imperial war when they decided he was too dangerous to live. Fred Hampton, executed by the state at 21 years old for feeding children and preaching unity. Malcolm X shot down while calling out both white supremacy and capitalism. Angela Davis labeled a terrorist for standing up to state violence. Assata Shakur had to flee to Cuba to stay alive. That's who the state targets. People who mean it. Meanwhile, we've got over 770,000 people homeless in 2025, while 18 million homes sit empty. Got people dying from insulin rationing while Big Pharma swims in blood money. Amazon workers piss in bottles while Bezos builds rockets. They send over $1 trillion a year to the Pentagon, but tell you there's no money for school lunches, healthcare, or housing. No money for the people, just bullets, bombs, and billionaires. And when folks rise up, boom, militarized cops and tanks. They've killed over 1,200 people a year, every single year, and we just accept it? Don't talk to me about bad apples. The whole orchard is rotten and laced with taxpayer-funded AR-15s. They don't serve and protect. They hunt the poor, the mentally ill, the black, the brown, the queer, the loud, the angry, the organizers. They fear unity. That's the one thing that's always scared the hell out of them. When white coal miners and black sharecroppers came together, they sent in the troops. When the Panthers armed their neighborhoods and fed their own, they sent in the FBI. When striking workers shut down factories, they called it un-American. Because they know the minute we stop waiting for permission, the minute we turn to each other instead of their rigged system, they lose everything. That's what revolution looks like. It's not neat. It's not polite. It doesn't wear a suit or beg a senator. It feeds the people. It protects people. And it refuses to be tamed. Like Assata Shakur said, nobody in the world, nobody in history has ever gotten their freedom by appealing to the moral sense of the people who were oppressing them. So what now? You organize, you mobilize, you resist. Stop begging the system to save you. It is built to break you. Build power from the bottom. Feed your neighbors. Defend your communities. Unionize your workplaces. Disrupt their comfort. Make solidarity more than just a slogan. Be ungovernable. Be relentless. And don't wait for the right moment. This is the moment. We are the leaders we've been waiting for.
Part of coalition building is listening, and y'all ain't listening worth a damn. You were willing to excuse racism on the backs of black people because you want to save your fave. Redefining and weaponizing the word identity politics ain't it when we understand that politics target our identity. If that wasn't the case, why are they trying to ban trans people from the military? It's interesting that you will dismiss this and claim that we're not a target when even when black people are victims of crime and we call the police looking for safety, that we're shot in our own homes like Sonia Massey. Even when we're looking at mass deportation when it comes to legal residents, what are they targeting based off of? Their phenotype. They're targeting based off of stereotyping. If you even look like an immigrant, you're gone. And since we're on this subject, could you name one white person that's been deported under the Trump administration? And let's take it a step further. In fact, for somebody who says that they're anti-immigrant, why is he granting asylum to white South Africans? I wonder what's so different about them. If you want to keep dismissing our experience for your own white comfort so that you can feel this sense of moral superiority, be my guest, bitch. But I'll tell you this, the black community, they ain't gonna deal with this shit. See, the problem is you wonder why we're taking a step back and why we're not marching with y'all asses. It just seems to me that you're more concerned about upholding white supremacy than actually maintaining the most loyal voting bloc in the Democratic Party. Because even when presented with facts, figures, and numbers, you still dismiss our experiences. Even when it comes to the health industry, black people overwhelmingly support Medicare for all, but we know we're never going to benefit from it unless you add certain provisions in that policy that also targets discrimination. And since we're on the subject of health and you don't think race is the issue, why is it that black people are more likely to die on the operating table than their white counterparts? Why is it when dealing with uterine fibroids that black women are recommended to have a hysterectomy more than their white counterparts? And why is it when all these things exist and are documented, you choose to dismiss it because you think it's identity politics? Black people are hip to it. We're not falling for the shit anymore. Y'all got us last time with the GI Bill saying that, hey, if you fight and die for our country, that you will benefit, and then we were left out. What did Maya Angelou say? When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. And we believe that y'all don't give a fuck about us. And baby, the blatant dismissal of our experience and our existence, baby, is showing us exactly who the fuck you are. You see me, I see you. We see each other.
I see you. I see you. We good. Okay. We good. I see you. We see each other. We see each other. We good.
I normally do straight history, but history right now is happening right here in front of us, and so let's cover it. The reckoning has begun. If you think this won't affect you, congratulations, you're exactly who it's coming for. Trump voters may keep looking away, but the damage is already here. That so-called big, beautiful budget, it's not a budget. It's Project 2025 in disguise, a full authoritarian blueprint dressed up as fiscal policy, and it's about to hit you where it hurts. Let's break it down. When disaster strikes, no one's coming. Sections 80307 to 80309/climate resilience and FEMA funding. Floods, wildfire, hurricanes, no federal help. Your town will burn, drown, or blow away, and all you'll hear is silence. When your healthcare vanishes, that's in the bill too. Sections 44141, 44122, and 44131 add work requirements for Medicaid. If you miss a form, you lose coverage. If you're in a blue state, your funding gets cut. And veterans, they'll face longer waits, fewer doctors, and less mental health support, while Trump brags about how much he spent at his golf course. Gender affirming care, banned. Even for those who serve this country, if you're undocumented or simply poor, Section 44110, make sure you won't get care either. Your hospital may shut down, and when you need a doctor, you'll find that the service no longer exists. And your grocery bill, that's going up too. Trump's tariffs combined with the cuts to food assistance in sections 10008 and 10012 mean higher prices for produce, gas, and everyday goods. And yes, the neighborhood could lose their SNAP benefits at age 64. What about the institutions holding your town together? Section 50002 and 50003, gut funding and oversight. Say goodbye to your pharmacy, post office, or bank, and don't expect anyone to fix it. Then there's your job. Sections 90004 through 90006 allow a massive civil service purge. You could be fired and replaced with an unqualified loyalist, and your pension slashed. Education not spared. Section 30061 bans DEI programs. Your daughter's school will stop teaching critical thinking and start teaching obedience. If she's not white, wealthy, or male, she's left behind. And the books, gone. The federal government will now decide what's woke and erase anything inconvenient, especially your history. Energy protections were repealed. Sections 42108 and 42301 dismantled the clean air laws, opening the door for wildfires, blackouts, and toxic pollution. Your 401k, don't get comfortable. Wall Street doesn't like chaos, and this bill delivers plenty. Markets will tank, and your retirement fund will go with it. Section 20001 escalates Indo-Pacific conflict. Trump lights the match, and your kid gets the draft notice. Section 44125 removes the LGBTQ protections and access to care. Gay, trans, and non-binary Americans denied services, expelled from school, pushed out of public life. And while billionaires get MAGA-branded savings accounts, you can't even file your taxes for free. They're cutting food, healthcare, and education to fund tanning bed tax breaks. They even slashed child tax credits and funding for childcare. You're expected to work more with less help and higher cost. Your community center closed. Your summer programs cut. Sections 41009 and 80301 wipe out block grants, historic preservation, and public parks. The professionals who make government work fired. Section 90004 to 90006 dismantle civil service. protections. Scientists, disaster coordinators, public health experts, replaced by political hacks who do whatever they're told. Section 44001 bans states from regulating AI, education, tech, or data privacy for 10 years. That means your state can't protect you from tech giants even if it wants to. And just in case you were hoping someone somewhere might hold power accountable, Sections 50002 and 5003 and 80121 got oversight agencies, the people who catch fraud, investigate pollution, and monitor corporate crime. They're being shut down. Even states that expanded Medicaid get penalized under the Section 44131. If your governor tried to help you, this bill punishes them for it. And Trump said it himself. I have the right to do whatever I want. This bill gives him that power using your tax dollars. This is not a warning. This is happening. It's theft wrapped in a flag. It's censorship, cruelty, control, and collapse. Call your senators at 202-224-3121. Tell them this isn't patriotism. It's pillage. And if you've been silent, now is the time to speak. Because very soon, this won't be about politics. This will be about survival. It's crazy. Peace, y'all.
This is all I got from this video, and sincerely speaking, you all can see how it's playing out already. The truth is that some people are not ready to stand up with everything going on, with everything they are saying. I don't know why some people are still very blind. I don't know. And they are still insisting it's black and white and brown people, instead of everybody coming together to fight what is fighting them. I will never stop saying this. It is just the rich white man telling the poor white man that his or her problem is black people, when your problem is far away from black people. The rich people are your problem, not the black person you are saying. And I am going to ask, what is stopping you from doing the right thing? We wake up every day. Black people wake up every day to different stories, different things going on. And it's always you people. Because tell me how you all woke up recently, and a lot has been going on. And you people still want to ask us, and you people still have the right or the guts to ask black people, how do we help you? We want to be your ally. You are not an ally. And you can never be an ally. I do not even trust any of them. No matter how hard they try. I don't. The kind of racism I have been seeing recently is way out of order. Black people made this known to you. Project 2025 was a thing. You all said no, it wasn't a thing. It's something they just made up. But now we can see that it was not made up. It was actually real, right? The American dream was a myth, sincerely speaking. There is nothing like the land of the living, the land of honey, the land of milk, and all that. That is gaslighting, sincerely speaking. The fact that black people have been denied access to generational wealth is something that each time I think about it, and I am like, now I see the reason why majority of them do not want Kamala Harris to win. Because some of them actually came out to say, like, what will happen to us if she wins? It means if she wins, black men will be on top. Our family or our husbands will have to depend on black men. They absolutely said this. So this is to tell you that they knew that there is a way people that look like me are being treated. They knew that people like me are being they are being held back from getting their generational wealth. So they are scared of it. We don't want something like this to happen again. Maybe it was a mistake during Obama. But now, how do we sit and watch this happen again? That they are going to feed us, or that we are going to depend on them for so many things. That was their fear. But one thing I want to let you know is that you all are not even scared enough. Because eventually, all this generational wealth will absolutely come back to the people that built the country. because this country was built on so many horrible things. People's sweat, blood, and everything. A lot of people died. That is why you see them glorify plantation. They want to go to plantation for this, that. It's black people have paid their dues actually. And what they are waiting is for them to get back what belongs to them. There is a video that I saw yesterday. I am contemplating if I should bring the video or not bring it. And that is an Ethiopian man was like saying that he wants, like he's calling black people to come back home and all that. I know coming back home is a must, but it's not something you will force people to do. It might not happen today, but eventually it will happen. But one thing I am asking for more is unity first. But then I sit back and think about it and I am like, this America is also their home. You can't chase people away from their home because that is their home. If they choose to come back to Africa, that is them choosing to come back to Africa. But running away from their home just because you all do not want, it's a lie. It is a lie. But then I don't know how, maybe I should bring that video here though, so you always see it. But I am also of the opinion my people will come back home. That is when they feel like coming back home, not running away from the country they fought for, the country they built. No. I am going to draw the curtain here. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.